cookie campaign debate. We have three parties here that are ready to answer questions, some easy, some tough. And they're ready to try and persuade you to vote for them on Tuesday, unless you're kindergarten and you already voted. And thank you for participating in the democratic system, or Republican system, or however you want to put it. All right, we're going to start with each team has 30 seconds to give an opening statement. In other words, to tell you who they are, what they're all about, and then I'll turn it over to the media for their questions. So let's begin with who we randomly designated as Team A. We're going to be taking the opening statement from the Gobgobblers. So, let's stand up. No, just whoever. All right, begin.
We are the Goblin Gobblers. I think you guys know a little bit about us. I hope you enjoyed all the cookies, but obviously, hopefully ours has been the best to you guys. We're trying to take the win and go Gobblers!
Our second team is, we've called them Team B. They're known professionally as the Tuxedos. So you'll stand and give your opening statement, please.
Our cookie, the Tuxedo, was designed to combine the classic chocolate chip cookie with the delicious flavor of the less conventional chocolate chip cookie. Our desire for our cookie is to unite lovers of all cookies to present a cookie that, while unique, leaves the person eating it with a delicious taste and a deep longing for another Tuxedo cookie.
Thank you. And last but certainly not least, we have the Marshmallows with their opening statement.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you already know, we are the Marshmallows. When we were thinking of a cookie, we wanted something that would stick. We considered many options, but many of them didn't make the cut, until we came across the cookie that we are representing today. It's a one-of-a-kind, unbelievably scrumptious delicacy that reminds anyone, no matter what age you are, you can always enjoy a sticky cookie. So, the Marshmallows proudly presents the Rocky Road cookie.
Right, I'll turn the questions over to the media. Each team has 2 minutes, up to 2 minutes to answer the question. And if anybody is rude, I will stop them faster than, well, anybody else in politics. So whoever is asking the first question,
As previously stated, you have 2 minutes to answer your question, and if you fail to stay within your time limits, you will be stopped. This first question is going to be directed towards the Gobgobblers. And we are asking you, what's the reason behind your team name?
Well, with the Gobgobblers, you got a gob and it kind of rhymed, and we all like hunting, so Gobgobblers, turkeys, we kind of like turkeys.
Yep. We are directing this next question towards the Marshmallows. Yes.
somebody standing up there all the time.
Yeah, so we usually stand.
Are Marshmallows prepared to answer a question? Yes. Okay. The question we have directed to you is, how do you feel about leading in the polls so far?
I feel lucky that a whole bunch of people like our cookie and actually hopefully vote for us. And I hope they continue to like our cookie.
And our question to the Tuxedos is, how did you decide on your cookie's name?
Well, we were thinking about cookie ideas when it started, and we asked Mr. Gould, we said, can we make 2 cookies? And he said, no. And so our team pondered a little bit, and then we decided to cut 2 cookies and make them 1. And the general idea was to make them black and white. Well, what's a common object that's black and white? A tuxedo. So the name began.
This question is specifically for the Gobgobblers. We were asked to ask you, is your cookie actually a cookie, or is it cake with frosting in the middle?
Goff, I would say, I mean, overall, many people, if you were to ask, they would say that it is actually a cookie, although some may say it is a cake with icing, with frosting in the middle, but I don't know if I call it frosting, it's like more like icing in the middle, and like what you call a sugar cookie, it's got frosting in it. Is it just a piece of cake with frosting on top?
Okay. Thank you. And we were asked specifically to ask this question to the tuxedos. Did you try to go around the rules of the election by smashing 2 cookies into 1 cookie?
No,
No?
it's 1 cookie,
But it's 2.
but it's
You
1.
specifically said that it was 2 cookies.
Let's see, if it's 2 cookies, it's 1. Now it's 1.
Fair enough. Thank you. We were asked to ask this question specifically to the marshmallows. After the rally on Friday, why didn't you put any effort to give cookies to the other teams even though they gave their cookie to you?
Switch out. She was my turn. We actually did pass out our cookies, but I had to go and I had to take the cookies with me, and we kind of missed a few people along the way.
So you're saying that you took the cookies with you and didn't think to just leave cookies behind for the other team members?
There was like multiple cookies left in a huge container, and I wasn't about to leave them here.
I mean, like, you could have just put them in a bag. I mean, like, you gave them to the other grades in bags, right?
Yes, we did, but those weren't my bags.
I would like to
And I-
insert myself into this. She actually did give us cookies.
Yeah.
I got a
Thank you.
cookie from her.
We got
so-
cookies.
Okay. Thank you for your honesty. All right, then, would you like to take the next question? Do you want me to just keep asking them? Okay. I feel like I'm talking before. When you're done, just let me know.
Where did you?
I was just going randomly, just ask any questions on it.
Alright, we want to go to tuxedos. What does your cookie mean to you?
Oh. That's a good question. Well, it's delicious. It's, I mean, it's good. It's, I don't know. I don't know. Am I? So a cookie's a cookie. To say, I'm not gonna cuddle a cookie and, oh, it's my best friend. A cookie is about as much to me as nourishment. So, that's what the cookie means.
The Gob Gobbler, would your cookie be still a good cookie without milk?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like it's like I usually eat it without.
Marshmallows, what is your cookie's favorite season?
Marshmallows for like hot chocolate, and caramel is like
We want to go to tuxedos. Alright. How do you feel about your cookie versus the others?
Can you speak up a little bit? We can't hear you guys.
Okay. Alright, tuxedos. How do you feel about your cookie versus the others?
I'd say I feel pretty good about it. I mean, honestly though, it's just a cookie. It really comes down to personal opinions. If anybody likes our cookie better than everybody else's, then that's their decision. It's not really my decision to state what they think about it.
Alright, Gob Gobblers, what led you to choose the Gob?
So, we were debating down between, we had two cookies that had came up, and we were choosing between the two. And so we had just chose to go with this one because we had a name come up with it at one point, and we did not have a name for the other one. So, I mean, when you got two choices and you got one that has more information, you can go with that one.
Tuxedos. Kind of.
Is your cookie like still a good cookie without milk?
I would say yes. I've never really drunk milk with cookies though, so. But in my point of view, yes, it is a good cookie without milk.
Okay, we're going to direct this question towards the marshmallows. In your opinion, what's the best time to eat your cookie?
Oh, that's I think it would be great to eat our cookie would be like a later in the day kind of snack. Like, I wouldn't say right before bed because I don't think it's good to eat before you go to bed. But yeah, it'd be a later in the day kind of snack. Okay.
Okay. This is a question specifically for the Gobblers. What made you change the recipe for your cookie?
So, different people make some cookies, and so one of the team members made them the first time, and the second time, we were told we were allowed to change the cookie a little bit as long as we did not change the whole cookie, and we couldn't figure out the other recipe, and so we just made a recipe that we had and we knew we could do.
We'll ask this question to the tuxedos. I can't read my own handwriting. Oops. What's your cookie's favorite season?
Well, I would have to say, any season's good for a cookie, but seeing as it's winter and warm things are to be enjoyed, I would say fall, winter, summer, spring. Anytime's a good time to enjoy it. Can't put a season on it.
Okay, thank you. Okay. This question is for the Gobblers. Not the Gobblers, I apologize, the marshmallows. A voter wanted to know why your cookie seemed a little bit messy to eat.
Well, it's because of the caramel sauce that is drizzled on top. We were trying to figure out what else we wanted to add with the cookie, and we were thinking caramel. And at first, the top of the caramel chips came up, but no one was really keen on the idea. So we figured out why not caramel sauce. So that's why they're so sticky.
We're going to direct this question toward the tuxedos. This question was asked earlier, but we could not put it in the newspaper, so we're going to ask it now. What do you hope to bring to your voters with your cookie?
This cookie. We want a cookie that everybody can enjoy. That's about it, honestly.
So you
We just want people to be able to enjoy cookies.
We're going to ask this question to the Gobblers. What does your cookie mean to you?
Everything.
Wow, that's a lot.
We're all boys, we all love cookies, so, I mean, most people love cookies, I mean, I think everybody. So yeah, what that means is just scrumptious, I mean, just all the time. Just as much as you can pack in, the better, right?
Yeah, sure.
I'll ask this question to the tuxedos. How do you feel about your place in the polls at this moment?
I think we stand pretty good. I think that we could, I think we could gain more people that we should have, but I think we're actually pretty good where we are right now.
We'll ask this question to the marshmallows. Yeah, that's the question I want to ask. How do you feel about your cookie compared to the other cookies?
Obviously, since we picked this one, I think it's a really good one. And I've tried with theirs, and they're pretty good, but I think obviously ours is better.
Team spirit. Thank you. This question is directed towards the Gobblers. I mean, like, we all know that your team name is Gobbing Gobblers, but why did you choose the turkey as your mascot?
Well, because gobbling, when you're gobbling gobblers, one of the first things we thought of, being hunters that we all are, we thought of turkey hunting, and gobblers do a lot of that when they're out turkeys.
So this cookie is directed at the Cub Gobblers. I mean, this question, sorry. So why did you choose a cookie that was ran last election and think it was?
Well, to be completely honest, I didn't even know that it was ran in the last election. And if it's been run 2 elections, it must be a good cookie, and people are going to keep doing it.
So we'll direct this question at the tuxedos. What would you have done differently during your campaign if you could do anything different?
We would have made posters and distributed them, but our lack of school for 3 weeks kind of made us rethink that decision. And we definitely would have made sure our cookies looked more aesthetically pleasing. Very nice to look at.
Marshmallows? Same question.
I think what I personally would have done, I would have looked for a better option other than napkins because our cookies did keep getting stuck to our napkins. So I would have looked for a better way to distribute our cookies on something other than.
Same question.
I think we've done pretty good with campaigning and different stuff like that. I mean, we could have maybe done a few more things like activities and stuff for elementary and stuff, but on a large scale, I think we did pretty good. Wish we could have had more chances to pass out cookies, obviously with the absence of school. Wish everybody could have passed out their cookies because I mean it was like such a big gap that you really didn't get a good feel for the cookies. But still, everything put together, I think we did pretty decent.
And this question will go to the marshmallow. You're currently leading in the polls. How does that make you feel during this election?
Feels pretty good, actually. We're kind of surprised that at first we weren't very popular, but I guess as time went on and everyone got to know us and got to taste our cookie, I guess we became a little more popular than what we used to be. It feels pretty good.
Gobblers, I'm not sure we asked this question to you, but what is your cookie's favorite season?
Spring.
Is there a certain reason?
I mean, yeah, partly because there's turkey hunt there, but also it's good throughout the whole season as far as the cookie itself. As far as like I don't know, as far as spring, I don't know.
we asked you this question, but what is the best time to eat your cookie?
The what?
What is the best time to eat your cookie?
All the time. Every day. Just eat them.
Last question for the marshmallows. How do you feel about your cookies versus the others?
I'm very nice. I already answered.
Okay, if you could have changed one thing about your cookie, what would it be?
Probably nothing because it was only good the way it was.
Lightning round, I want every individual's answer on this. If you had to say, what is the strength of, and I want every individual's answer on this. If you had to say, what is the strength of your opponent's cookies or campaign, if you had one word to describe each one, strength of each one, what would you say? Go, Bush.
So for the tuxedos, strength in theirs would be, I would say popularity.
Okay, and for the marshmallows?
Sweetness.
Sweetness, all right. Switch your team member, we'll come back to you. What's one word, one positive word about the Gobblers and one about the marshmallows?
For the marshmallows, I'm gonna go with it's probably their cookie, the way it tastes.
Okay.
And for the Gobblers, I would go with probably the way that they campaigned.
Okay. All right, marshmallows. One positive word about the other two teams.
For the tuxedos, I would probably say the diversity they have in their cookie. And for the Gobblers, I would say the sweetness they have in their cookie.
All right, Gobblers. Clayton, what do you have to say?
Tuxedos, creativity. Pretty smart putting two cookies together. And for the marshmallows, I'm gonna go gooey.
I guess that's a positive. John, what do you have?
I'll give the Gobblers, it's that weird strain. It's not unique, but it's not normal. It's just that average. And for the marshmallows, it put a lot of flavor into a little thing.
Very good. All right, thank you for that questionably nice.
That's where I stand.
For the Gobblers, polybraid is the animal. That's something that the other teams did. It's pretty cool. And for the tuxedos, definitely the taste.
All right, and then Tyler.
I'd say both teams had a lot of creativity, and I'd say that tuxedos was definitely smart to put two cookies together, and marshmallows, they were definitely had a sweet cookie.
All right, Chris.
Honestly, for their team, I'm just gonna say this.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Theming.
Yeah, the theme.
Right.
And for you guys, your cookie was just like really good.
All right, and last but not least, Becky, say it loud for the audience.
Okay, for the Gobblers, yeah, the way that they talk like to everybody, and like everybody likes what we want to do. And then to the tuxedos, yeah, their cookie was very unique, but actually really good.
All right. All right, thanks everybody for coming out to our debate. We have, there's a few minutes left of the time that we had, but we're out of questions for today, so we'll try to get back in an orderly manner. Mr. Goodell will be director graphic. Sure.
Alright, we have something to pass out for everybody in here, so whenever you go out the door, we have something.
I say fraud. It's illegal.
Everybody agreed that it was legal.
Did we?
Okay.
Where did I miss that meeting?
No, it's on election day. That's the written down. I have to figure it out. Yep. Specifically asking you to allow. Oh yeah, everybody remember to vote tomorrow. Thank you, media. If you don't vote, shame on you for eating the cookies.